Patrick Little, what do you got, bud?
All right, we're with Chef Champe from Persimmon Restaurant in Bristol, all part of Newport Restaurant Week, which continues. Champe, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And what do we, we do a lot of, dinner foods on this on the show at 8:15 in the morning, usually. But this is a nice change of pace for us that are still thinking about eating something that isn't steak or fish. It's eggs.
It's eggs, but it is more of a savory application, not a sweet or. You could technically have it for breakfast, but it's more like an appetizer, a good way to pick your curiosity for a bigger meal. A lot of intense flavors, some neat techniques. Springtime's here, so we've got some beautiful morel mushrooms.
Yeah, you got a lot of things that I've never seen before.
As a cook, you're really excited when this comes up. Right. You're excited for anything green this time of year. We've got some great sunchokes, Jerusalem artichokes.
That's what a sunchoke is. We've been trying to figure out all morning what a sunchoke is. It's part of the artichoke family?
No, it's actually part.
That's what Ben said.
They call them Jerusalem artichokes. It's French for Jerusalem, towards the sun.
Those are the sunchokes, yeah.
And then, but it's actually similar to a water chestnut. Very crunchy, very earthy. Great with mushrooms, which we made a mushroom stock out of the trimmings from the mushrooms. We're going to cook our eggs in a fun way, and then we're going to do some great garnishes: sage, thyme, scallions. This is a little mosh, which is a little light, crispy, springy green. Again, some pea tendrils.
What's this boiling cauldron I see right here? This
is our apparatus to cook eggs perfectly. We can cook a lot of things with it, but we can cook an egg to the perfect temperature, which we feel is 143.6.
I saw that on the ingredients. Exactly 143.6.
Or 62 Celsius, but that's what it would be in Fahrenheit.
When I see the egg cracking in the boiling water, then I say it's got to be done. But that's not.
This is a whole other beast. We'll cook them in the shell, and then we'll crack them. We'll season them, and they'll be perfect. They'll stay spherical, and they'll be almost like you can cut them with a knife. They won't ooze.
I'll let you do that. My eggs ooze. Yours probably don't. Champe from Persimmon Restaurant in Bristol joining us as Newport Restaurant Week continues. More from the kitchen coming up in a couple minutes. Back to you.
What's cooking? We're joking around in here about we probably should be in the tech center and not here in the kitchen because it's almost like chemistry class in the Roadshow kitchen this morning. We're continuing to cook for Newport Restaurant Week, and Chef Champe Speidel, is here from Persimmon in Bristol. Again, we're talking about Newport Restaurant Week, but before we do that, let's talk a little bit about this contraption here in the kitchen and how it allegedly makes the perfect egg. And how do we know what the perfect egg is?
Well, because we cooked a million of them.
Okay.
And this is becoming more and more popular in the United States. It's a thermal immersion circulator, and we can set it to a very specific temperature. This happens to be 143.6. It'll hold it at that temperature between 1/10 of 1 degree. So we can cook the egg because the white coagulates at a different temperature than the yolk. So we want to cook them perfectly together so you can almost cut it and then use it as part of the dish. So it doesn't just run all over the place. It becomes almost like a custard.
Now, do you have to be a foodie to really kind of like want this sort of dish?
A food nerd, maybe, yeah. But it's a little more than just eggs with mushrooms.
Right.
And, I mean, they're classic components. And as we go further along in the season, we'll compare the morels with asparagus, which are very classic because they grow at the same time. It's a take on that.
Well, I am so excited about Newport Restaurant Week because it's just a great way. We're done with winter. We're moving on. It's time to go back to Newport and really start to enjoy the restaurants before the rush comes. Tell me a little bit about some of the deals out there.
Well, it's lunches were $16 and dinner's $30 for 3 courses.
Wow.
A lot of great restaurants. It's a great chance to check out a place maybe you wanted to try or several restaurants you wanted to try. They got great sponsors. You can get some great Kendall Jackson wines.
Okay.
They've got so many great deals out there in addition to what they already do.
Right.
So you can decide to do the restaurant week, or you can even add another appetizer if you want.
And if you want the perfect egg, hey, this week's the perfect time to do it. We're going to continue on and actually cook the perfect egg and check out the final results of this crazy contraption in just a couple of minutes. But right now, we're going to send things back to you. Back in the kitchen this morning, moment we've all been waiting for to see how this alleged perfect egg is going to look after we're cooking things up with Chef. I have to keep looking at my notes. Champe Speidel. Sorry.
He's the champ. He's the best chef ever.
He is.
Thank you.
We love having you on the show.
I did. I noticed it right when I met you, Champe. I knew right away.
We're going to be
real
putting.
name, or is that a stage name?
It's an old family name. Yeah.
Is it really?
With an E. Yeah.
Perfect.
Love the
name.
name. And Patrick is going to be loving his duties in the kitchen today. He's going to be helping us to crack one of these eggs. But before we do that, let's quickly recap that we've been cooking it in this
contraption.
Machine. Yes.
We rigged this in the garage. No, these are These are being used in a lot of kitchens in the United States right now. A lot of chefs are doing things probably much more spectacular than we are. We love it for some specific purposes. One of them is this great egg dish. It's still just eggs, fully cooked with some mushrooms, but we kind of gussy it up, and that helps do so.
So now that we know we have the perfect egg at 143.6, and we've got the finished product here, what's the next step?
Well, we got to cook everything. So we're going to cook some mushrooms first, because we've got morel mushrooms, which are wild. They're tough to cultivate. So you do have to cook them. They're not going to kill you. You just wish you were dead.
That's good. Because I didn't want to die this morning, Champ.
So we're just going to saute them. I just use a little whole butter. And then we'll saute these because, again, we're not going to cook them to death, but we want to get a little crispiness, and we want that butter to soak up, or the mushroom to soak up the butter. And whenever we cook mushrooms, I love to include a little bit of fresh thyme and a little fresh sage, which has a great flavor. Goes well with mushrooms. And this sage is grown locally. These mushrooms aren't available locally yet, but they will. Some pockets will have them on the East Coast later in the spring.
Can you substitute with something else that's more readily available?
You could use a white mushroom that you get in the store. You could use a chanterelle mushroom, which in the summertime is a fantastic mushroom. It's got a great apricot flavor. We're going to hit these with a little bit of salt.
She was hoping you'd say you could substitute anything with wine. I think that's what she was going
I saw Patrick grinning over there. I was wondering where you were going with that.
I was hoping he'd say something about this bottle of Kendall Jackson over here we could put in the thyme. Have time with the thyme.
Absolutely.
Are your sunchokes going in here too? Because I know
sunchokes are going in. We threw some pea greens. These are the sunchokes that we glazed. And we also made a puree of the sunchokes. So we got two textures of sunchoke.
Two textures. All right.
We're not messing around here.
You're not. I tell you.
Little shallots.
This seems like one of those dishes that's just a very sort of special. You know, I don't go down every week and have my perfect egg kind of dish.
But you could eat this every day at the restaurant.
Champ, we have
31 stage.
31 in Bristol. Okay,
we got about 2 minutes here, so I don't want to miss out on the grand finale, like the fireworks.
This is mushroom stock that we made just from the trimmings. And some water. We're just going to heat that up. This is our puree of sunchokes. Like I said, we put that at the bottom of the bowl. A little dollop of that. We're going to crack these eggs.
You better do it.
Again, they're fully cooked.
143.6 degrees.
143.6.
Oh, look at that, huh?
So we still have to season it.
Exactly, not like
a little salt.
But again,
pepper. All right. And then we take our spoon. We put them in. Just like that. See that?
Champ.
Oh, Rick, our poor cameraman just does not love the egg. Are you okay over there, Rick? Okay. All right.
Little scallion. And then we can plate it. So it's a great broth. We've got texture. We've got savory. We've got chewiness from the mushrooms.
And this is at Persimmon restaurant in Bristol. My favorite place to eat.
And we're celebrating Newport Restaurant Week, so you can sample all the wonderful dishes at Persimmon.
You can walk there, so now we're going to see you every night. So we'll
that would be great.
Rim.
Are you going to sample it, Patrick?
Yes, of course I am.
Are you afraid of the mushroom, or are you okay?
I'm not afraid of anything, Daniel. If I can pronounce it, I eat it.
All right.
That's for you, my friend.
Do we have a spoon?
Oh, spoon or a fork?
There you go. Let's try that.
That could be great. I should be able to cut it.
Oh, look at that egg.
All right.
All right, and as he's taking his bite...
Oh, I'm destroying it, Rick. Here you go.
Oh, goodness. Quick, catch it. There we go. And the verdict is?
I'm going to Persimmon. I'm going to Disney World. And then I'm going to Persimmon.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us, Chef. We appreciate it. And don't forget... Restaurant Week continues through the week here, and we're going to head things over to Michelle because we got a lot to talk about in the weather department this morning with all the rain that we're seeing out there. Michelle?
Yeah, definitely.